When you stop chasing revenge, the universe starts hunting for you. People think justice is slow, gentle, fair, but that's only because they've never seen what happens when God decides to step in. The Riddler's voice echoes through the shadows, slicing the silence like a blade. He whispers what most people are too afraid to admit. There are consequences for every lie they told, every betrayal they crafted, every wound they left on your soul. And the moment you stop trying to punish them yourself is the moment something far more powerful begins to move. A force they never believed in, a force they can't hide from, a force that doesn't whisper. It exposes, it destroys, it restores. Today, the Riddler wants you to understand one thing: you don't need revenge, because the moment you step back, God steps forward. And when he does, no one who hurt you will ever sleep peacefully again. They thought they got away with everything, didn't they? The lies they told behind your back, the betrayal they tried to bury, the wounds they pretended didn't exist. People like that walk confidently until silence meets them. Until the person they targeted stops reacting, stops fighting, stops chasing the apology they'll never give. That's when fear creeps in, because when you stop seeking revenge, they feel the shift that tells them something bigger than you is now watching. The Riddler steps closer, his voice calm but unsettling. He explains that the world has a strange way of balancing itself, not through your anger, not through your rage, but through consequences that arrive unexpectedly, consequences they never saw coming. And the ones who hurt you, they always fall by the very weapon they used against you. Lies destroy liars, manipulation destroys manipulators, betrayal destroys betrayers. It's never you who needs to strike. Their own hands pull the trigger. And when you let go, when you finally release the urge to prove anything to anyone, that's when God begins his work. Not with thunder, not with fire, but with truth. And truth is always louder than revenge. Truth hunts. It tracks every secret they whispered, every intention they hid, every mask they wore. And one day, without warning, truth finds them, and it exposes everything. You see, stepping back isn't weakness. It's surrendering the fight to a force that doesn't miss, a force that doesn't forget, a force that doesn't need your help to deliver what they deserve. And the Riddler? He laughs quietly, because he knows the irony. The moment you stop trying to get even is the moment the scales finally tip in your favor. They never believed in consequences because they never believed they'd be caught. People who harm others walk with a kind of arrogance, a blind confidence that the darkness they planted will never come back to them. But the Riddler knows something they don't. Nothing stays buried forever. Not lies, not betrayal, not cruelty. God has a way of unearthing everything they tried to hide, piece by piece, until they're forced to face the very demons they created. And while they're spiraling, something else happens. Something they weren't prepared for. You begin to rise. Your silence becomes strength. Your distance becomes protection. Your peace becomes a curse to them, because nothing torments a guilty soul more than watching the one they tried to break rebuild their life, without fear, without hate, without looking back. They wanted you bitter. Instead, you became untouchable. The Riddler steps forward, his tone turning darker. He reveals the truth most people ignore. Revenge binds you to the people who hurt you. It keeps you chained to their cruelty, reliving the moment they broke you. But when you stop chasing them, you break the link. And once the link is broken, God handles the rest. He doesn't need your hands. He doesn't need your anger. He only needs your release, your decision to walk away. And here's the twist they never expected. God doesn't destroy them to please you. He destroys the illusion they lived in. And when that illusion collapses, their world collapses with it. That's when they look back, searching for you, realizing too late that you were the only one who ever walked through life with a clean heart. Their punishment isn't your revenge. It's the truth finally catching up to them. There comes a moment, quiet, invisible, almost sacred, when everything shifts, not around them, but around you. Because when you finally release the weight they put on your shoulders, when you refuse to let their darkness dictate your next move, something extraordinary happens. The universe rearranges itself, doors open, strength returns, clarity sharpens. You stop surviving and start ascending, and the Riddler knows. That ascension is the beginning of their downfall. While you rise, guilt begins to eat them alive. The same people who smirked while hurting you start losing sleep. The same ones who mocked your pain begin living in fear of being exposed. Their mind becomes their prison, their memories become interrogators, and every lie they told becomes a ticking clock. They don't understand why everything around them is falling apart, but you do. Because God's justice doesn't ask for permission, it simply arrives. The Riddler leans in, almost whispering, explaining the part no one ever warns you about. The punishment isn't always loud. It isn't always dramatic. Sometimes God destroys them quietly, through loss, through emptiness, through isolation. Sometimes He breaks their illusions so brutally they can't recognize their own reflection anymore. And while they crumble, you grow stronger, wiser, calmer. You become living proof that peace is the ultimate revenge. And eventually, they realize it. They realize you didn't lose. They did. They lost access to you. They lost the right to your presence. They lost the chance to stand next to the person you became. That's the part that shatters them the most. Because God didn't just avenge you. He elevated you. And nothing terrifies your enemies more than watching you transform into someone they can never touch again. In the end, the Riddler wants you to understand something most people never learn. Revenge is small, but justice, true justice, is divine. And when you stop chasing what hurt you, you create space for God to rewrite the entire story. Not with your anger, not with your wounds, but with a transformation so powerful that even your enemies will feel it. Your rise becomes their reminder. Your peace becomes their sentence. Your evolution becomes the proof that you were never the one who needed revenge, because you were always the one destined to outgrow them. So when they wonder why their world is falling apart, when they question why karma arrived dripping in truth, when they finally realize what they lost, you won't need to say a single word. Your silence will speak for you. Your growth will speak for you. And God will finish the rest. Now, if this message hit your spirit, don't leave without doing your part. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because more dark, powerful, truth-filled speeches are coming. And trust me, you won't want to miss the next one.